It's time. Twitch versus YouTube versus Mixer. Oh boy. What's up everyone, it's Ashni. Today we're going to compare the services on these 3 live streaming platforms to help you decide which is the best space for you. And this is all based on stats by Streamlabs, so you can't yell at me in the comments, it's just the science, y'all. Let's start with hours watched by platform. What you need to know about this section is that Twitch is increasing by 33% year over year, which means Twitch is very steady. Then you've got Mixer with a 266% increase year over year, which sounds really, really great. But then you've got Big Daddy YouTube coming in with over 7 times the amount of watch time that Mixer has. Okay, YouTube, I see you. Obviously, there's a huge difference in audiences and creators on all of these platforms. We'll get into that in just a minute. Let's talk about hours streamed by platform. Twitch is definitely increasing, but here's where things get interesting. Even though Mixer has 86% less viewership than YouTube, they still only trail YouTube in like 4 million hours streamed. So what does this mean? Mixer streamers hustle, y'all. But according to the stats, this hustle is decreasing, so you'll want to keep an eye out for that if you do decide to go over to the platform, but we'll touch on this more in a minute. Now let's talk about average viewers per live stream. Twitch sits at a respectable about 26, meaning if you've got over 26 viewers on Twitch, you're already better than most streamers. Mixer increased their average viewership from 6 in Q1 2018 to 11 in Q1 2019, which when you look at the percentages looks really good, but it's still an increase of 5 viewers per stream, which is not a ton. I was personally expecting a little bit more, and this is probably a result of a lot of the streamers leaving, which we'll get to here in just a minute. What? Then we've got YouTube, who has around 52 average viewers per stream. And I know what you might be thinking is you can just go over to YouTube and start and you're gonna see a lot better success there than you will on Twitch or Mixer. And this is probably not true. YouTube has been in the content creation game for a long time. You have to think there are some people on the platform who've been building their audiences for years and years and years. They're incredibly well established. Some people have millions of subscribers, and so they go live to that already developed audience, which is probably where a lot of that viewership increase comes from. You definitely don't want to base your content choice on just viewership alone. So let's go through the rest of these stats, and then I will tell you where you should be, okay? Let's talk about number of unique channels per platform. So once again, Twitch is steadily increasing. However, Mixer is decreasing 27% year over year. Now, side note, this is probably where they got that viewership increase per channel. That increase from 6 to 11 might have happened because a lot of streamers left, but viewers still wanted to watch on Mixer. And there's 2 reasons that they might be seeing this 27% decrease. One could be because they had this big campaign where they were paying successful streamers from other platforms to come over and stream on Mixer. And so what likely happened was a lot of streamers saw that change and got inspired to try out the platform as well, then they just didn't like it. The second piece could be that they saw Mixer as this fresh Twitch, right? It's not as saturated, there's a lot more potential, so people went over there expecting to get the same amount of viewership, yet not work as hard. Problem with this is that the platform doesn't change your content. You still have to be making good stuff. So people probably didn't like the platform, or they felt like it was missing something, or they had already romanticized Twitch to the point where Mixer would have really had to convince them to stay, and they just decided they weren't into it, and so they left. The good news here is that YouTube has the lowest number of unique channels, which means that this could be a really great opportunity if you plan on creating produced content on YouTube anyways, to go and try out the platform and also live stream there. Let's talk about average concurrent viewers per platform. Now this is the entire platform, not a single streamer. What you really need to know here is that even though Mixer grew by 39%, they're still trailing behind YouTube and Twitch. So what you need to know about all of these stats is that obviously Twitch is still the leader. They're still the #1 platform, but YouTube is doing really well. They're seeing this accelerated growth that they saw in 2016 or 2017. This is probably a result of them merging YouTube Gaming and YouTube Live into one space. In terms of Mixer, I personally think that it has the coolest features out of any of the platforms. I mean, YouTube's UI and features cannot compare by no means whenever they're trying to compare themselves to Mixer. However, my biggest problem is that the growth just isn't necessarily there. And although I think there is a lot of potential for it, they still have to figure out how are they going to get people who are emotionally attached to Twitch to care about Mixer instead? How are they going to get people from YouTube Live to care about Mixer more than the decade plus amount of work that they've put into growing a YouTube channel? I don't know if that's an unsurmountable journey. I mean, I've got faith in them. Side note, I almost worked for Mixer at one point. I think it's a great group of people. They're amazing over there, but at the same time, I don't know how they do it, right? Do you have any idea? Let me know what you think Mixer needs to do to start growing the users on their platform a little bit more. By the way, this is by no means me telling you that Mixer is complete garbage and you need to abandon ship. However, my personal preference does absolutely lie with Twitch and YouTube. Everyone can have their preferences, y'all. Okay, we don't gotta fight about it. You know, any platform that you stream on, it doesn't really matter. It doesn't ultimately matter what platform you choose. What matters is that the content is good and that you've built a really rock solid foundation to carry you no matter which platform, okay? So build the foundation. Let me help you out. Actually, click on this playlist over here and I will help you do that. So no matter where you go, you'll be solid, baby. I'll see you over in those videos. Bye, I love you so much.